Maybe we'll talk about the enrollment periods. And this is another one that I think gets a lot of people tripped up because there's several acronyms and different time periods. So if you want to go over just the initial enrollment period, what that relates to and the timing of it.
The initial enrollment period will be different for everybody. It's a 7 month window and it's based on your 65th birthday. So it's typically people who are not born on the first day of the month. Their 7 months will be 3 months before their 65th birthday, the month of their birth, and 3 months after. If they are born on the first day of the month, it is 4 months before their 65th birthday, the month of their birth, and 2 months after. During the 7 month window is the first time you can really apply for Part A and Part B, and then decide, do I want that original Medicare route or the Medicare Advantage? Typically, you would have to enroll into Medicare during the IEP unless you have other creditable coverage because you're still working or you have other forms of insurance, then maybe you can delay enrollment.
And does Medicare or somebody will people be notified? Like I'm just thinking maybe you're traveling, you got a lot going on, and you might miss the window, but most people will get kind of notified. If not, I mean, it's pretty hard to miss your 65th birthday, right?
Social Security does send out a welcome to Medicare packet when you're approaching that age.
Okay.
If you're collecting Social Security benefits by the time you turn 65, you're already going to be auto enrolled into A and B. But if you're not collecting Social Security, it's really on the onus of the person to contact Social Security to sign up during their initial enrollment period.
And I know this gets a little detailed with all the different parts, but there are penalties, right? If you do miss this window, can you touch on that a little?
Yeah, so parts A, B, and D have penalties. Part A penalty will only apply if you pay a premium. So those that get premium free A, they can't penalize on $0. But the Part A penalty is not a lifetime late enrollment penalty. It's only for twice the number of years. Your Part A premium will increase for 10%. So let's say I'm 2 years late, my Part A premium will increase 10% for 4 years. After the 4 years, it will go back to normal. Part B and D are lifetime late enrollment penalties. Part B penalty in particular is larger. It's 10% of whatever the Part B premium is in the year that you're enrolling for every year that you were late. So if I'm 2 years late, 20% of the Part B premium in 2026 is $202.90. So 20% of 202 will be added in addition to my Part B premium every month for as long as I have Medicare. And the Part D one is smaller, but it can add up. It's
Yeah.
1% of like $39 for every month you're late.
Gotcha. Yeah, it definitely can add up. And so it's definitely worth marking your calendar, and not missing those enrollment periods. The initial enrollment period. So now we're going to move to the general enrollment period. Can you tell us about that?
So let's just say you missed your initial enrollment period. You can't enroll into Medicare anytime. The next available time you can enroll into A and B is the GEP, which is January 1st to March 31st. Your coverage will take effect the following month. And usually during the GEP, you will get penalized because that's because either you didn't know you had to sign up, you didn't want to sign up, other reasons. But Medicare does not see that as not a reason not to enroll. So you likely would face a penalty during that time.
Gotcha. So the general enrollment period is really for those who missed the boat on signing up in the initial enrollment period.
Right.
Now, there is also the special enrollment period. So let's say you missed the boat on Part B and D because you still have, like you said, what is the term, credible or
Yep,
service through your
credible.
employer? And then you retire. You leave your employer, and now you want to sign up for the B and D or Medigap. This is known as the special enrollment period, right?
Yeah, so for the people that have that creditable coverage, which means as good or better coverage, they have a special enrollment period window where it's 8 months from the time you lost your creditable coverage to sign up for Part B, 63 days to sign up for a drug coverage. And during that window of time, you will not get penalized for enrolling late If I wait longer than those two time frames, I will get penalized.
And so if somebody's leaving, I'm just trying to think of the timeline and logistics. So if somebody's gonna retire in, let's say they're gonna retire in February, and so they don't want to go any time period without coverage, right?
Right.
So they would start the kind of process prior to what is going to be their special enrollment period, right?
Yes, I suggest maybe a month or two in advance. You would want to start to reach out and you would apply through Social Security for A and B first. You can actually tell Social Security when you want it effective.
Okay, gotcha. And then we got two more enrollment periods to cover. Next one would be the annual open enrollment period. And then there's the Medicare Advantage open enrollment period. Can you break those down for us?
The open enrollment period is what we're currently in. This is October 15th to December 7th. And during this time, anybody on Medicare can make a change to their coverage. So they're not stuck with that one plan that they sign up forever. Every year, you'll have opportunities to either switch from Advantage to a different Advantage, go back to original, original to MA. And so people want to assess their coverage. Is their current plan really the best one for them, or is it changing and they want to explore other options?
Mhm.
If they make any changes during open enrollment, it'll take effect January of the next year. The MAOEP, the Medicare Advantage open enrollment, is just for people on Advantage plans. If you have original, you cannot make any more changes during this time. That's January 1st to March 31st. You can make a one-time change to a different Advantage plan or go back to original.
Okay. And then is it possible during these during any of these enrollment periods, what if somebody signed up and they're on part A, B, and they have a Medigap as well, and later on they want to move to an Advantage or vice versa from a Medicare Advantage to Medigap. That's possible, right?
It is. I think just for considerations, if you previously had a Medigap and you're switching either to a different Medigap or an Advantage, we mentioned the best price, the Medigap open enrollment guaranteed issues. You might not receive the best price for a Medigap plan again if you switch out.
Hmm.
The opinions and statements presented on this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations. Never make any investment or financial decisions based on information offered on this show without first consulting your financial, legal, or tax advisor. All economic and performance information mentioned on the show is historical in nature and is not indicative of any future results. All indices mentioned on this show are unmanaged and cannot be invested in directly. All information is believed to be from reliable sources. However, we make no representation as to its completeness or accuracy. Lastly, all opinions expressed by Jason Katita and any guests on the show are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of or are endorsed by ToBA Financial. For Jason Katita, investment advisory services are offered through ToBA Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor offering advisory services in the state of Hawaii and in other jurisdictions where exempt from registration.